Hey guys, so one of the questions I get more than anything is how do you convince your parents to let you have reptiles? Well, there are a bunch of different reasons why your parents won't let you have reptiles, and a bunch of different reasons and ways that you can go about trying to convince them. I'm gonna tell you a couple that I personally have used and just kind of give you an idea. Feel free to let your parents even watch this video. Maybe it'll win them over. But I mean, see this right here? When you want your first reptile, this isn't what to ask for, you know? This is gonna freak most parents out. Having a 10-foot snake is not gonna appeal to most parents. So I have all my reasons and stuff that I've thought out already. I mean, look at this. Most people would think, oh my god, you're crazy. Most people would think, oh my god, that snake's gonna bite you. But it's not. Look at it. It's totally puppy dog tame. It's easier to take care of than a puppy too. You've got, over the course of this video, just be holding some different animals of mine, so you guys can kind of get an idea. Most of my animals I wouldn't really recommend as beginners, except for a select few. Okay, well, pretty much a lot of parents' biggest problem is they don't think you're going to be able to take care of a reptile. They don't think you're responsible enough, maybe. Well, reptiles are probably the easiest pets next to maybe fish to take care of. And honestly, just you gotta prove that you're responsible. Prove that you can take care of a reptile. Maybe if you've had other pets or something, take care of it. Make it so your parents don't have to take care of them, and really show that you are responsible and that you can handle owning and caring for your own animal. Because most parents aren't going to want to take care of reptiles because they don't like them. The next thing you have to do is do your research. Learn a little bit about them, you know? Don't just go blindly asking your parents for reptiles. Prove that you know what you're talking about. Most parents aren't going to know a whole ton about reptiles. That's why they're afraid of them most of the time. Because they don't know a whole ton about them. They think that they may be able to kill them. They think they might be venomous. They think they're going to get out. And they don't really know how you're going to take care of them because they don't know anything about them. So if you do the research and prove to them that you really know a lot about the animals, chances are they're going to see that you're really trying and see that you have learned a good amount about these animals and that you really want to get one. And another thing you have to remember, during most of our parents' generation, they didn't have a person like Steve Irwin or Jeff Corwin or any of these guys. They didn't have people like that who were trying to turn them on to reptiles, who were teaching them that reptiles aren't all bad. We have that, and we have that advantage, and we are lucky to have people like that because they really opened our eyes to the possibilities and the just true beauty of these amazing animals. But they didn't have that, so you guys have to open their eyes, and that's part of what they started. They started a change where we have to carry it on and open other people's eyes, and you can do that to your parents if you really want reptiles. Pretty much show you have an interest, really work at it, make sure your parents know that you really are into reptiles and that it's something that you're passionate about. If you really are passionate about it, you'll find a way to, even if you can't get reptiles of your own, maybe you'll volunteer at a zoo or something. Maybe you'll do something where you're working with reptiles. And before you ask for reptiles, another thing that I do, ask for books. So we're going to go upstairs and we're going to take a look at some of my books. It's just laid out on the bed here. And I mean, there's a bunch of different kinds. I have this complete ball python. You've got complete boa. You've got more complete chondro. I mean, there's an unlimited number of books in the world about reptiles. There's just books with pictures of snakes. I mean, I have monitor books. I have just kind of little kids field guide books, just little other books. I have a bunch of books on water dragons. This book, maybe buy this, because that you can find something that maybe will work for your parents. I mean, you just look at it, and then that's like maybe an eighth of my Reptiles magazines. Just now, if you look at this animal right here, look how beautiful. Look how beautiful that animal is. Alright? So, we've gone over a couple different things. And some other things are, just don't ask for anything stupid. Don't ask for anything ridiculous. Don't ask for something you know your parents are going to say no to. Start off small. Start off with something easy to take care of. You build up. You build up to the things that you really, really want. But start off with some smaller things. I'll show you guys some good starters in a little bit. When you're telling your parents about these animals, telling your parents about the animal that you want, don't list off a bunch of negative things. They don't want to hear it. They don't want you to tell them all that. They want to know what you know, but list off some positive things. But don't refuse to tell them the things that are the truth, though. Don't lie, because that screws you in the end. You have to tell them, but don't tell them like the really horrible things unless they specifically want to know, or unless there's a really good reason why. Like if you say boas get 12 feet long and you don't know that they get 12 feet long, because on occasion they may, but that's really, really rare. So don't say they get 12 feet long. Say they get an average of about maybe 9, and then that sounds a lot more doable than 12 foot. You know, so I mean, just don't crucify yourself by telling your parents stupid things, you know? Things you just compromise. Come up with something that you'll do in order to get a reptile. Say, oh gee, well, if you let me do this, I will do this for however long, or this will happen, or I won't do this anymore, or I'll try. And you guys get the idea. Any kid pretty much knows how to compromise with their parents. And just lastly, just keep at it, you know? Eventually, if you really show that you're passionate about it and you really love it, your parents will most likely help you out. And your parents aren't there out to get you, you know, they're out to try and protect you. A lot of times they think that they're dangerous. They think that you can't take care of them and you're just going to be hurt when they die. I mean, your parents have good reasons for what they do. It's just sometimes you don't see it that way. And it's hard, but it'll all happen eventually. You guys, right here is a Kenyan sand boa. This is probably one of my few snakes that I would consider maybe good for, say, a beginner reptile keeper. So, I mean, these guys don't get very big at all. They'll get like a max of about 3 feet long. And they're mellow. They're nice. They pretty much chill in the sand. And this is actually an anthristic Kenyan sand boa. They don't all look like this. This is a different morph. There's a different color mutation of them. So it just depends on what you want, what your limitations are.